saying is this: at the end of the day, it is Senator Murkomen whom we should be interrogating, and he gives clarifications. The amendment is not mine. Yeah. So instead of waiting for us seeking clarification, you're giving us a lecture, and Senator Cheriot is giving us another lecture. So in a way, you are talking to yourselves. So you should give us, I mean, how are you going to persuade us? Yeah. Then during the committee stage, in the committee stage, give the members, because they have read this, they have had notice of the amendments that you have. And this is not really a debate on the bill, it's on the specific amendments that you're trying to bring. So we seek clarification from you, and in fact there should be a question and answer. But if you are lecturing us, then we can just listen.
Senator Olekina, clarification?
Yes. I'm not the chair, but I would assume so. Madam Chair, I'd like Senator Murkomen to convince me, because when I read clause 11, which is the one that he's seeking to amend, it clearly says that the registrar is then mandated under the proposed section 14A4 to remove the name of the member from the register within 7 days. Okay? It further goes and says, where the registrar is not satisfied with party decision, the registrar shall refer the matter back to the concerned political party for reconsideration. So the question that I'd like some clarity on is that you're seeking now to have a period where, when the member has been either suspended, expelled, or has resigned, there's another period of 14 days to allow him to follow through the due process, 21 days. What about these 7 days? What about this other rider that the registrar has to be certified? Doesn't that help in any way?
Yes, Senator Murkomen.
To support, and for the record, this is one thing I would like to convince us to support. Senator Olekina has asked a very important clarification. The 7 days is the period within which the registrar must act. So let me put it this way. The party has sat down, they have had its disciplinary committee meeting and expelled member X. So they sent the letter to registrar, telling the registrar, Mr. X or Ms. X has been removed from our register. Please effect that removal. Delete them or remove their names from the register of the political parties. When the registrar receives, she or he has 7 days to act. So they act within the 7 days. Now assume they act the first day or even the last day. That is not my problem. Once they act by saying yes, and they have accepted, they say yes, we're expelling Mr. or Ms. X. I'm saying that expulsion should take effect 21 days from the day of the Gazette removing your name. From the Gazette notice removing your name from the register. The point is this: the registrar now sends gazettes your removal. Mr. X is being removed, sends to the government printer. When they send, they say, from this day on 26th of January 2022, from 21 days from this day, your name will cease being in the register. Now, these 21 days is what gives you the opportunity now to seek legal redress. And if you don't succeed, in 21 days, you are done. Senator Orengo appreciates this position, but says it's up to you to run around the courts. But as I told you, in the case of Mwaura, we ran around the courts. But the time between his Jubilee expelling him and registrar gazetting his expulsion, so on a Monday afternoon, he's expelled, and registrar gazettes his expulsion, and the speaker communicates the next day that he has been expelled before we got an order. What only saved him is that there was a period between he was already removed, but his replacement did not take effect in good time. The person who was coming to replace him did not happen in good time. If it had happened that fast, Mwaura today would be in courts seeking to come back because he would not get legal redress in the interim. And gladly, the High Court also acted very fast. Justice Sergon did a good thing to make his decision within 3 months. Other judges and courts, if they took 6 or 8 months or 10 months, maybe we'll still be now in court waiting for that decision, and then we'll go to next election before it's put in place. So this is something I am begging to explain to us. And I jokingly say to Orengo if he becomes a governor, but any of us who go to be a governor here, this is the power political parties use if they are unhappy with you. So they want to impeach you, but you become difficult because you are working with a certain number of MCAs who are supporting you. What the party do, they resort to their political party, put in place a kangaroo process, and expel the members who are with you. Now, if you run to court and they move the same speed, they will just expel those people, and then the impeachment process for the governor takes place very fast. This thing is useful to all of us in many ways, as individuals or as governors or people who are interested in governance or well-being of our counties.
Senator Faki.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I also would seeking a clarification. You know, there is due process throughout the Act. Even under the Fair Administration Act and the Constitution, they provide for a due process. I think this amendment that my learned friend Senator Murkomen wants to bring is to maybe have another protection, another layer of protection after the judgment. It's like saying that in a criminal trial, once somebody is convicted, we give a notice of that conviction, that so-and-so is convicted, and now he's going to serve time in committee prison from 21 days from now, which is not possible, because immediately that the decision is made, it's supposed to take effect. And maybe it's up to you now to run to the courts within the 7 days, that is the window of 7 days, to run to the court and protect your interest. But giving another 7 days, it appears as if maybe the member was not aware of those proceedings that are taking place before the political parties tribunal, or even before the court, where the decision is now made for the member to be expelled or to be removed from the party. So I think the 7 days or the 21 days, I don't think it will be a viable position, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
I put the question that clause 11 be amended as proposed, division at the end. Senator Mwaura, further amendment? We'll drop that one.
Clauses 12 to 19.
I propose the question that clauses 12 to 19 be part of the bill. I put the question that clauses 12 to 19 be part of the bill, division at the end.
Clause 20.
I propose the question that clause 20 be part of the bill. Senator Shirarge.
Whip, you are paid to be here and you have a government car. Madam Chair, clause 20, when you look at clause 20, they want section 30 of the Principal Act is amended by deleting words 60 and substituting therefore words with 90. Madam Chair, clause 20 of the bill be amended by deleting the words 90, appearing immediately after the words therefore the word, and substituting therefore the word with 30 days, Madam Chair. The clarification on this is that we should not force, in quotes, coalition agreements to be done within 3 months. And I know the National Assembly reduced from 120 days to 90 days. The import is that we should allow coalition of parties. In the clarification of this is that we should reduce at least 30 days too, because when coalition of political parties come together and they want to run jointly for a general election in the Republic of Kenya, 30 days is more than sufficient, because what they need to do is to draft that coalition agreement, agree on terms of engagement, come up with the deposit either before, and that is at least 30 days before the general election. That should be around July. They deposit that coalition agreement. It applies similar, mutatis mutandis, immediately after the general election, 30 days, so that you don't need to pressure, because, Madam Chair, what we are seeing at the moment is that we will be disallowing, because we know the nature of our politics. You can even see that civil servants, Madam Chair, has been told, they have been told to resign by 9th of February. So, and yet you need the coalitions to be made 90 days before the general election. It means even if civil servants would want to resign and form a political party, then come and form a coalition party or a coalition agreement. Madam Speaker, that period of 90 days is a bit pressing and stifling the growth of democracy, because we need people to make their decision as practical as possible. And you know, Madam Chair, apart from this unique general election of 2022, where the winners are known now, you can tell that in the past, a month or even weeks to the general election, the winner is already is known at that time. So, Madam Chair, this amendment is straightforward, that we reduce the number of days from 90 to 30 or 1 month, so that there is sufficient time for parties to engage and allow the growth of democracy. I thank you, Madam Chair.
I propose the question that clause 20 be amended as proposed. Senator Aaron Cherio.